you over, you just can't breathe.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake?
What's up guys, Berimbolo here for another video, and today I am here with my wife Bruna. Sorry on a bit of a pause between the videos, but as you guys know, with everything going on, it's a little bit more difficult to find the time to film. But here we are, and we left off with some Berimbolo stuff, so I wanted to continue on the Berimbolo stuff. I've received so many messages, so many comments, and so many inquiries about expanding on the Berimbolo footage. So today I'm actually going to show you my favorite technique from the Berimbolo, which is the leg drag. So the Berimbolo to the leg drag, in my opinion, is the only offensive technique you need from the position. I actually don't Berimbolo to the back nearly as often as I get to the leg drag. I think it's just a stronger position. I think it's more universal. I think it's easier to apply. It's more applicable to various body types too, so I really want to touch on that. In my last video, I simplified the Berimbolo and I showed how to off balance, 2 different variations of the off balance from the De La Riva so that you can enter the Berimbolo. So if you don't know how to do the off balance, or you're not sure where the Berimbolo comes from, depending on your level, I'm going to link that in the description because that's going to be your starting point. And as you know, I do things in segments, so you're definitely going to want to check that out so that you understand the 2 off balances, one more simple, one a bit more difficult. And then I simplify the movement of the Berimbolo, the inversion, and some of the things you need to be able to do that. So today we're just going to be working from almost a double guard pull position where Bruna is going to be sitting butterfly and I'm going to enter into the Berimbolo. I may demonstrate it also once standing, but I'm not going to discuss how you do it from a standing position. So without further ado, I'll stop talking and let's get into it. So Bruna's going to be here and we'll show some different angles in the butterfly position. And we're going to imagine that I just off balanced her from the De La Riva and we ended here. So if you want to stand real quick, I'll do a quick off balance. So let's assume we were here in the De La Riva. I got her collar, I hip escaped, I pushed her, she fell, and now we ended up in this position. So it's essentially a double guard pull, right? I'm just sitting up. So now that you understand how we got here, I'll continue. So the De La Riva leg is the leg that's on the outside hooking the inside. So Bruna has her right leg here, I have my left leg hooking the outside of her knee, okay? So what I'm gonna do from this position, assuming that I just swept her, I would have the ankle grip of my left hand. So the left leg is hooking the outside of her right leg, and my left hand is controlling her ankle. This is very important for the Berimbolo, guys. Now, the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for the belt with my right hand, or the collar, guys. But it has to be the cross collar. So if we were in a standing position, this would be the cross collar. A couple people get confused and they assume that this is the cross collar, maybe because of the angle, but the cross collar is going to be her right side. I'm working on the right side of her body. Right, I have her right ankle, my leg is hooking her right leg, my hand is grabbing the right collar, or it's grabbing the belt. Okay, now I'm going to start my inversion. So what I do to invert is I bring my head down to my knee. So the first thing I do is fall to a shoulder. Simultaneously as I fall to a shoulder, my right leg is going to assist me in getting the momentum necessary to invert. So watch how I use my toes. What does the left leg do as I'm inverting? I try to hook far across her body if possible. But as long as I keep my leg tight, that's okay. So look, grab the belt. Now look, I'm going to fall to my left shoulder, push off of this foot. I'm going to use it to almost lift my hip. Do you guys see this position? I'm using my left elbow and my right leg to elevate my hip. Okay? As I elevate my hip, I grab her belt, and now I'm going to bring my head to my knee. Okay? My hip is still up. My leg comes across, as I was stating earlier, and now I'm going to bring my head underneath and do an inversion. If you need more momentum, because you're starting from a slow position to drill, you can pendulum your leg like so. Okay? Now guys, I bring my legs tight. So look, my right leg is across her hip. My left leg, the De La Riva leg, is clamping very tight behind the crook of Bruna's knee. My left hand that was on the ankle is controlling the foot. Now, my right hand is controlling the belt. My left hand is very quickly going to reach for Bruna's far leg. And now, this is what I need to do. I need to rotate the direction of her hips and focus both my legs on one of her legs. So look at the movement. I'm going to, guys, this is an advanced movement. I'm going to push like I'm leg pressing with my left leg. I push. The reason that I'm pushing, guys, is to make a little bit of space between my chest and her knee. Okay, so I push with the left leg to create the space between my chest and her knee. Do you guys see this? Now, once I do that, assuming I'm controlling her far leg with my left hand, my right leg, because we're doing a lot of leg work, the knee, my shin is going to come behind the crook of her knee, guys. Look. Again, we were here. I was clamped tight, heel to butt. I do an extension, a leg press extension. I make space between her leg and my chest. I draw my right knee inside. Okay? And now my right knee and my left leg are going to push Bruna in this direction. And I'm also going to use the belt, and I'm also going to use my left hand on the leg. And I'm going to push Bruna this way. But guys, it's very important that my right knee is behind the crook of her knee. So again, we were here. Extend, right knee draws in, clamp, and now look, I'm clamped. Now look what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to bring everything forward. Do you see what I did? So now I'm not inverted, guys. The position is lying flat on my back. If you'd like to start to understand where you're trying to go, this is a great starting point. You lie on your back, your left leg is clamping closest to her ankle, right? Her ankle's in the crook of your knee. Your right knee is behind her right leg, right behind the crook of the knee, and this clamp, as I provide tension with my right shin pushing forward and my left leg clamping down, try to move your leg. It's very difficult for her to move her leg, and I have control of her lower body. Now, my left hand, since I was reaching for the far leg, comes over her leg, guys. That might be one of the most important details. I cannot be under her leg. I have to go over it. So both her legs are straight, okay? This is a leg drag position from the Berimbolo. Now I need to just do a couple more movements. I'm going to push with my right knee, and as I extend my right knee, I'm going to retract and pummel my left leg. Extend the right knee, retract, and pummel the left leg. Okay? So again, I'm here, and I do this. So again, I'm here, and I do this. Why? I want my left knee to replace my right knee. So my right knee's behind the crook of her knee, right? We're in this clamp position, but now I'm going to bring my left knee behind the crook of her knee. Now, as I do so, I'm going to turn to my side to a single hip position. So if you notice now, both shoulders are on the mat. I'm going to extend the left leg here, and I turn to my side. Okay, so my knee is now behind the crook of her knee. Both of my knees are behind her knees. So I am in a leg drag position. I have her left leg dragged across my body. Okay? Now, how do I get up, guys? Couple very important details, and as I mentioned, I know this is drawn out, but guys, it's a very advanced technique. My elbow needs to go in front of her knee. There's no way around that. You will not get this pass or this sweep, whatever you want to call it, on an advanced person if your elbow is in front of their knee. And when I say in front of their knee, I mean on their shin. My elbow needs to be on their quad. So what I like to do is go belly down and bring my armpit to the knee, like so. Okay, I'm going to reach for a collar. If I can't find the collar, I grab the hip or the belt. More important than the grip that I'm able to grab is the fact that I get this over her quad. Now look, I'm going to use my right toes. You guys can see in this shot, my right foot, it's going to plant. Okay, ball of my feet. And I'm going to use that to push into her, and it's the exact same movement we use for our butterfly sweep, like so. I lift my hip, I start to come to my knee, I'm here, and then how do I finish? My right hand lets go of the belt. I make a grip with the left hand. I extend the leg. Try to hook, guys. Do you see how I have control of her leg? I'm wedging my knee inside as I turn my foot outside to make a strong hook so that she can't pull my leg through. She tries to underhook my leg and pull it through. It becomes very difficult. Okay? So I come here, I sit up, extend, and we are in the leg drag position. Okay, so the leg drag position is something that I've done a lot on this channel. I'll try to link some leg drag videos below, but now we're in a leg drag position. So let's look at a different angle. I know, guys, it's a crazy amount of details for this technique. So I'm here, I've swept Bruna, I have the De La Hiva, I'm controlling her ankle with my left hand. I'm able to successfully invert. Okay, I invert. Now look, my left hand goes straight to the far leg. Okay, so it was on this leg, goes to the far leg. I extend my left leg and bring the right knee in. Now I'm going to bring everything towards the logo. This way. Okay? You see how I turned her body? And now I'm flat. Do you see how I'm flat? Okay, now I'm going to extend the right leg, shin forward. I'm going to retract the left leg and pummel. As I do so, I'm working slowly for the sake of demonstration. I would have already been switching the legs, turning belly down, clamping above the knee line, extending, coming on the balls of my toes, bringing my right hand out, and solidifying the leg drag position. I'll do it a little bit quicker. I've been doing this technique for 7 years. It's my #1 technique from De La Riva, #1 from Berimbolo, by far. Sometimes it does lead to the back take. It's a great technique. So this should be the speed you should be comfortable with doing it after drilling with some repetition, guys. Do not expect to do this quickly if you've never seen this technique. You got to learn. It's a lot of details. So again, here, and now I'm going to do it regular time. Okay? So all those minor steps, all those minute details need to be done correctly. It's a very, very detail-oriented position, but I cannot stress enough, and I don't say this often when I teach, it is a technique that I promise, if you're able to understand the mechanics, it will work. It's incredible. It's also incredible no-gi. I'm going to be making a video on the no-gi Berimbolo, so we're going to be discussing this. We're also going to be discussing how we can attack the back as well. No-gi Berimbolo is much different in a sense because you're very limited on control, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, comments, please drop it down in the comment section below. I'd love to talk. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As usual, thank you. So please like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you can stay notified when I make any videos. Thanks to my wife, Bruna. Olas, guys.
Take it out.